What's good, people? Last night I saw Godzilla minus one. Whew, man, that movie was phenomenal. It was amazing. It was great. Leave it to the Japanese to put out a banger. You know, if it's a Japanese movie, it's probably gonna be a banger because these Western movies ain't crap these days. Okay, first of all, like the Japanese love their cheesy CGI, which was used in this movie, but when the Japanese do it, it's pretty badass. Like, I'm a big Kamen Rider guy. I love Kamen Rider. I love Super Sentai. I love the Power Rangers. Okay. When the Japanese do cheesy, they do it right. It looks dope as hell. Godzilla looked incredible in this movie. He looked frightening. He looked very freaking intimidating. This look on Godzilla was crazy. He looked freaking insane. So freaking cool. And seeing the magnitude of his nuclear breath attack in this movie was incredible. Insane. So much power. Absolutely freaking amazing. Of course, Godzilla was the main focus of this movie, but there were some heavy themes in this movie I did not expect to see. Like, it put a very interesting perspective, and it's a perspective I feel like a lot of us don't think about, especially when it comes to warfare. On whatever side you're on when it comes to war, you think pretty much most of the people on that side will think we're the good guys. You know? I mean, when you look back to World War II, though, the Axis powers were, let's not get it twisted. I guess you could say they were definitely they were the bad guys in that war, undoubtedly. However, there were definitely Nazis that did not want to be Nazis. And there were definitely Japanese soldiers that didn't even want to be on the battlefield, but they had no choice. And in this movie, you see the aftermath of World War II in Japan after the bombing of Hiroshima and how difficult it was for everybody. And it's a perspective I never like. I grew up being really into World War II. And even though I saw Japan as the good guys, I thought they were so cool. Like, they were just really cool to me. Japan is so freaking badass. But like, the crazy thing is they're dealing with the aftermath of World War II, and then here comes this big ass freaking nuclear powered dinosaur from the water just to blow everything the fuck up again. And then seeing them come together not as an army but as a country, as a people, and band together to take him out was just really freaking cool. There were themes of PTSD in this movie, which was done pretty well, I believe. Very depressing moments in this movie. Uh, I remember there was this one part, one of the main characters, he's a scientist, and they were putting together a plan to take down Godzilla, right? And he brought up the fact that they treated their country so cheaply, and how terrible that was. Because they did that, they lost World War II. Had they not done that, Japan would have been a lot better off. Their tanks were made out of crappy, cheap materials. Their guns weren't the best either. Although I do like the Type 99. I'm gonna just say that right now. I like the Type 99. I like that gun. Kind of reminds me of the stem, but it's just made out of wood. And then, what else? They didn't even have ejector seats in their planes, bro. I mean, that's where the kamikaze pilots came into the picture. Like, that's an insane thing. Kamikaze pilots, man. Like, could you imagine if America did that? Like, that's, yeah, like, they were just dealing with that aftermath of World War II, and then all of a sudden, here comes Godzilla, and seeing them come together, just like, as one to take him out together was great. That was the coolest part about that movie. It was awesome. It was freaking awesome. Like, Godzilla was awesome, but seeing everybody come together to take him down was the coolest thing. Like, after everything they had gone through, and then seeing that, just go watch this movie. It's freaking awesome. It's a great movie. I wasn't expecting all the World War II elements to be thrown in there. I didn't expect that at all. And I love it for that. I love it for that so much. I love Godzilla, but everything else was the icing. That was the icing on the freaking cake for me, I think. So yeah, that's how I feel about this movie. Go watch Godzilla -1. And when the Japanese make a movie, they don't hold back on that. All right, they gonna make a good movie. Sometimes they're a little outrageous. I've seen some outrageous Japanese films, but they're so interesting and they're good regardless. Even if they are cheesy, they're still great. Deuces.